Hey there, Ramblers and Rovers. I am Miguel. This is Sayulita Beach. Why do I always do this in flip-flops? Today we are rambling and roving our way through Sayulita Beach, just about 40 minutes to an hour north of the hot Mexican destination of Puerto Vallarta. So we're going to be exploring this whole coast, everything from the beaches, what to do in town, hopefully see some of the nightlife, and just get to experience and take in this insanely beautiful coast. Sayulita Beach, only a couple hours away from the city of Guadalajara. The bus just dropped me off here after spending a month and a half in Puerto Vallarta, and I am so excited to rediscover, re-explore this town. I've actually spent some time here in the past when I was younger, so it's a perfect opportunity to just really get reacquainted with this place once more, see what it has to offer, how much it has changed. I've heard so many things about this place, staying in Puerto Vallarta, because everybody just comes up here after doing Vallarta. Let's start exploring. So we're coming up right here in Sayulita's main square, in the middle of downtown. This is a really cool place to hang out. You have all these different restaurants, like up here, bars. This place just really comes alive by night. You even have like this cool little homage to the Huichol people who live here in Jalisco, like a native people here, and just all kinds of souvenir stands. You can get all kinds of things for back home, or supplies for going to the beach, surfing. It is the middle of summer and it is hot as blazes here. It is so hot. Oh my god, this is such an incredible walk down to the beach. One of the classical like Sayulita spots to take that perfect picture for your social media, make your friends jealous back home. Beautiful walk with all these restaurants here. Perfect for having your breakfast right before you hit the beach, or after the beach, come and get some nourishment. So people from all over the world flock to Sayulita for its amazing beaches, but not only that, also the vibrant color of the community that has built up here over the years. This is very much a surf town, so people come here from all over the world to surf the waves, enjoy the beaches, and enjoy the color and vibrancy and spice of Mexican culture. So all of these are reasons to come here and reasons to stay.
Mira, aquí te la pongo. O ponla ahí en la mesa para que le tomes un...
It is such a chill day today. The water is very calm, so perfect for swimming. People are out in the water just enjoying, taking in the sun. There's so many places to just like sit here, like beach clubs, umbrella, you know, like the umbrellas here at the beach. We have a ton of surfers out there waiting for the perfect wave. It looks like today they're going to be waiting for a little bit. So this whole stretch of beach is Sayulita's main beach right here in front of the town. So behind me is the Sayulita downtown. You have several beaches to choose from here in this area while you're here. You have Los Muertos beach over on that side of the coast, and you have the rest of the waterfront running down towards the north that way. And then you have Paso, which is right over there. So we're gonna see all of them in a little bit as we're walking around and just wandering here in town. So Sayulita is one of those places that draws people from all over the world who want to pick up surfing, because the beaches here are just so adequate for beginner surfers. So waves are not too rough, so people just come here for the surf schools to just stay here for a while, be able to come out here to the beach and just practice your surfing skills, standing up and just getting used to being on the surfboard, developing like that upper body strength that you need. They actually just caught a wave right now. I'm not gonna lie though, the beach is just much dirtier than what I remember. At least this one is. Right, you know, the one that is right by the town. You have all kinds of just debris here, but nevertheless it is a very beautiful coast. I mean, you just have to look behind me to see that this is really absolute beach paradise. I guess that my intention and my wish would be, you know, come here with a bit of tempered expectations and also with like consciousness of your impact as you travel, so that you leave Sayulita at least the way it was. You know, if you're not gonna make it better, at least don't make it worse. So right now we're making our way north along the coast with the downtown behind us towards Paso Beach, right at the other end of those rocks at the end of this section of the beach. It's much quieter over here. I feel and I believe it's more like boutique hotels and luxury stays on this side, so it isn't as crowded. More like the people who are just kind of staying on this side of Sayulita. So hopefully we can see a little bit more of this coast and also get to see if like the water's any cleaner on that side. So let's go take a look. You never find out unless you go. So we're nearing the end of Sayulita's main beach and we're reaching this rocky outcrop here, as you guys can see, and we're about to go through this gateway into this other magical semi-secret hidden beach, which is Paso. So this part of the beach, as you can see behind me, looks pretty wild. There aren't many developments on this side of the beach yet. Like the last ones are here in the back. I don't know if you guys can hear it with a microphone on this camera, but you can hear the sounds and the music of nature here in the back. The sound of cicadas, all the insects and birds mixing in with the ocean right here, with this liminal space in between that we call the beach. This side of the beach is just such an entirely different vibe. There is just no one here. So you basically just have the beach to yourself, so it's perfect to come out with like your partner, or that, you know, Sayulita mermaid that you met at the bar yesterday. You just come and like get to know them a little better. I don't know, it's just like such a romantic setting with like so tropical, so lush, like so many palm trees, and just the bluffs out here in the back that way. It's just such a beautiful coastline here in Jalisco. I really recommend that you come here and just wind your way along all of these different beach towns, ranging from Barra Navidad way down to the south, and Melaque, San Patricio, all the way up to Puerto Vallarta, and now Sayulita, and then you have San Pancho, Lo de Marcos, which is I've heard another town that is like nearby. So you just have all these perfect little beach towns that you can just explore, and each one has a different character. Right, so let's just try to time this correctly. Here comes another wave, and all right, here we go. Oh, I really need a GoPro for all this stuff. On the other side, just can't get the boots or the camera wet. And this is Paso Beach. So nice to just have the water on my feet. It's such a hot summer day here. Incredibly hot. Sometimes obnoxiously so. Okay, so let's go check out if we can head to the other beach through this way. This is just kind of the perfect beach to like come with like your significant other and just like enjoy a little bit of privacy here. I mean, as you can tell, it's a pretty romantic setting. Let's see if we can access that other longer beach I saw just further north. So this rocky outcrop. And no, it's a dead end here. Still, even getting this far is pretty beautiful, especially through that little cave that we just passed over there. My God, the sun is just so brutal today. I swear to God, these summers just keep getting warmer and warmer and warmer. Let's just step into the ocean a little bit. So we're headed back into the cave. I just have to time this correctly again. It feels very adventurous to do this. This is just such a cool little feature here. And you have all these different barnacles here on the wall. I'm not sure what they're called. I think gooseberry barnacles, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Alright, if I manage to get through, I can pass through again. There we go. Woo! Paso Beach. So we just made it all the way back here to the main beach right by the downtown. I am so blasted thirsty. I think I need a beer or something, so I might wander into town, see what kind of like nice eateries we can find, see if we can find like a nice place to have a chill beer, ice cold, you know, hopefully, right before we get the sunset here, and we can get to see this whole beautiful coast just lighting up with some golden sunlight. Okay, so I have been doing something throughout this video that is kind of stupid. I have been saying that this is the Jalisco coast, but in reality this is the Nayarit coast. It's the next state over. It just feels as though it is like the same state as Puerto Vallarta, but even Puerto Vallarta is divided into two different states, which is Nayarit to the north, Nuevo Vallarta, and Jalisco to the south. So just like a little explanation there. They should call this street the Street of Temptations because everything just looks so good when you're coming up with the beach. Everything from like a choco banana down here to coffee to beer to, I mean, there's just like so many things. I'm so hungry. This place has some beautiful, beautiful murals. I don't know if you can really see it with the camera, but if you get here, oh my God, that is absolutely insane. So beautiful. Sayulita is just such a bohemian hippie town. I really, really love the ambience of it, despite the gentrification. I mean, you know, but still, very beautiful place to be. So, in the spirit of budget travel, we are just going to go to a mini supermarket. That's a beautiful building over there, a hotel. To the spirit of budget travel, we're just gonna go to the supermarket and get a beer. Ice cold, sí, por favor.
No me dejan, me tocó acá adentro, me castigó.
This isn't an ad by any chance, but a Pacifico Clara in this tropical heat. It's just perfect for cooling off. It has just been such a hot summer. We've recently been going through a heat wave, and despite it being hurricane season and the rainy season, it's hardly rained at all, which is, I mean, kind of lucky, because you don't want to be here for a hurricane when it hits. So the high season here is going to be anywhere from late October, early November, all the way up to April for this whole coast. So that's when snowbirds fly in from the US and from Canada, probably some of you watching right now. And it also coincides with whale watching season. So if you're here on this stretch of coast here on the Bahía de Banderas, you can totally see these amazing animals out in the wild. So that's also like another plus. Right now for summer and early fall, it's the low season. And Sayulita right now is just like a very lively town despite it being low season. I mean, you see like tons of people around. I mean, you guys saw like in the video, like the beach and everything, but you still get like a little bit of that space that maybe you might want, you know, when you get like tired of people. It's just so beautiful to see like the local kids just like playing here in the back, having like a balloon party. They just keep like popping them off. I'm pretty happy with this first exploration of Sayulita, this like rediscovery process. just beautiful beaches, like hidden nooks. I think that's like the big attraction here. It's like you never know what you're going to find, even for such a small town. And then you have the stunning, gorgeous views and like the rugged Pacific Mexican coast here in Nayarit. I'm gonna get it right from now on. So I think this was a good introduction to give you a taste of what the Mexican Pacific coast looks like. And it tastes like Pacifico. Please sponsor me, I need the money to buy a GoPro so I can go through like the thing without the fear of getting my camera wet. Please drop a comment down below. I love hearing from all of you. What has your Sayulita experience been? Are you wanting to come here? Have any questions? Just put them below. I am literally juggling all of my gear just to be able to keep drinking this as I'm going. Yeah. Sayulita, brother. Yes. You know, crazy wild locals. So it's such a beautiful place to be. Just everything is painted. Hola, hermanito. And just like everything is just like so like decorated, painted, and it's just like one side after the other. It's just kind of a big pleasure to just like walk around and like, you know, see what you find. Maybe at like a nice place to snack or eat, a nice souvenir shop, or you know, just like a very beautiful hotel with like murals or something inside. I just really love like the beachy environment here. It's just like so colorful and volcanic. Today we are rambling and roving our way through Sayulita once more. We're passing the craft markets here in downtown Sayulita. We're gonna be hitting some of the beaches that are a little further away from the downtown. We've already seen the main beach that is in front of the town. So now we're gonna be exploring some of these other nooks and crannies and starting off with getting breakfast or lunch, because it's actually lunchtime. And I have just the place to try out some local food, some delicious fish tacos, and that I want to show you. There are just so many little places to buy food here in Sayulita, like snacks. It is a bit on the international side, like you have a little bit of everything, but you cannot miss out on the Mexican. It's been a fun couple of days here in Sayulita. We've been getting intermittent rain for the past 2 days. So I've been going out and just basically getting drenched between like dancing and like just like everything, and then getting like poured on. So I just come home like so wet. So this is the spot I'm talking about. Here, this very local spot. ¿Qué onda? Provecho. So these are amazing fish tacos.
De tomar tenemos agua de maracuyá, jamaica y coca.
Un agua de maracuyá, por favor.
¿Chica o grande?
Chica.
Okay.
And you can also not go wrong with some delicious fresh maracuya water. Ice cold. So a very common dish here, gracias, in the Mexican Pacific coast are breaded shrimp or fish tacos. These are very common here and just absolutely delicious. You cannot visit this whole region without having a taste of, well, the ocean here.
Agua de maracuyá, jamaica. Sí, ahorita.
Okay, muchachos. A little bit of lime. Ready to go down the hatch. Let's give this a try. I have no way of knowing whether this is a fish or the shrimp, but we will know in due course.
¿Y échame mayonesa? Por favor.
This is an amazing way of getting your veggies in for the day. Just look at that. I have to say, shrimp was always made to end up on a taco like this. Now, let's go in for that fish taco. Put a bit of onion on it. Remember guys, if it closes, it's not a taco.
Dos platos iguales de dos de pescado y dos de camarón.
My one regret is that I have but one stomach to put more of these delicious tacos into. I am just absolutely stuffed. That was so good. So Sayulita, despite its like laid back hippie bohemian vibe, is actually a pretty expensive town. So each of those two tacos set us back $2 when tacos are usually half of that around here, considering that this whole region is actually pretty expensive. So although they're very good, they were very expensive. So we're down here at the plaza, so we're gonna wind our way up the hill that leads to the point towards Playa Los Muertos and Playa Carricitos. So this whole area by night, where Don Pato is here at the corner of this square, and all these different clubs, you can dance reggaeton up here, techno back here. There's just like so many options. This is Jambak, a brewery. This whole area just comes alive by night. This is the place to come and, you know, socialize, meet new people, and just have like an amazing time. Really quintessentially Sayu life. These tacos are also extremely good. Opposite end of Jambak. I'm just seeing so many surfboard rental places. I have half a mind to just rent one and go out into the water. I really wish I had a GoPro to just kind of be able to keep doing the vlogging as I'm like out there. Unfortunately, that's something that a travel vlogger with 20,000 subscribers can afford. So remember to smash that subscribe button, help us out, join the journey, and become a part of this rambling and roving community of fellow travelers, bohemians, and pirates just like you. Okay, so these are just some of the tours that you can do here in Sayulita. Anything from fishing, whale watching when it's in season during the winter months, like November to March approximately is when the whales are here. You can drive ATVs into the jungle, you can go hiking, zip lining, obviously surfing, as we've seen in like our last video. Like there's just tons of people here who come and learn how to surf in the gentle Sayulita waves. Horseback riding and doing tours of the Marietas Islands, which are just offshore and a little bit further south from here. I am just really taking in the tropical scenery of this walk. I just really love being in these environments, despite how hard it is to be and exist in this state where everything is just so humid and hot. But I guess you just have to learn to live with it and pay it as, you know, it's the price of coming to these beautiful tropical places. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Sayulita. Such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful place. So we're here at the main beach here in Sayulita, and you have the point out here and this little hill, so we're gonna cross it. This Playa de los Muertos is just at the other end of this little part here. So it's a bit of a walk, maybe like a half-hour walk. If you're like on an ATV, it's probably like much less than that. But you know, I just wanted to like keep exploring like Sayulita on foot. You really don't get to appreciate a place like, you know, like the houses and like the beautiful like scenery, like really taking the ambience, get some choice encounters, unless you are actually walking them. Sayulita is a bit of a strange place for a town with basically no sewers. You have these very luxurious houses and villas, obviously belonging to foreigners, and like even the hostels here are going to be very expensive. I booked the cheapest one I could find and it was $8, but it didn't have water. So that just kind of speaks to the problems that Sayulita has as it's been growing unsustainably, you know, and become ever more and more of a popular town. Even back in the day, like several years ago when I first came here, it was considered to be kind of expensive already, like especially when comparing prices to like some of the other towns in the vicinity. But now it has just like skyrocketed out of like just you know, everything's just sky high. Like locals will joke that when the low season hits, like, you know, you don't earn as much money because there aren't as many tourists, but everything is as expensive. So just something to bear in mind when you're in here. So we're actually coming up on the cemetery here in town. A Belizean hostel owner once told me, never trust a small town with a big cemetery. And this one looks pretty small, so, you know, not that bad of a town. Okay, I might have to walk back my previous statement because the cemetery is actually quite big, like big enough to fill 2 sides of the road. They have these beautiful decorations up here, perhaps for like Dia de Muertos from last year, which apparently did not survive the hurricanes. Yeah, so we're coming up on Los Muertos beach right now. This is exciting, exploring new beaches. Oh god, like this cemetery just keeps going and going and going. So we're coming up on Los Muertos beach, which is right down there. So the reason it's called Los Muertos is because it's the beach that is the nearest to the cemetery, which is right here. So hopefully none of these poor people's rests are disturbed by the beach. But just like a curious, very Mexican way of doing and naming things, if I can say that as a Mexican man myself. Saludos para la banda.
Saludos, ¿hasta dónde?
Aquí lo esperamos en la Playa de los Muertos para que disfruten un día a gusto.
Oh dude, this beach is amazing. This has to be the perfect one I've seen here in Sayulita so far. Just protected by this bay, just very placid waters, relatively clean compared to the one that's like more downtown. Hopefully none of the dead people wash down into the water, but I don't think they do. This is such a beautiful beach. I think that the best way to get here, the smartest way, is to just get a paddleboard and just come all the way around the point and just, you know, beach it here and just stay here, you know, for a while, like some of these very smart people are doing. This is just such a cool beach. I just really like the complex geography of it. You know how you have like rocks on this side, you can even see like parts of Sayulita on the other end of this little channel here. It's very deep water, so you could probably even do a bit of snorkeling, you know, if you're like a powerful swimmer. And just like the lush jungle tropical environment, I don't know if you guys can hear the insects, but it's the cicadas. It's just so indicative of how hot it is. I am just absolutely drenched right now. Unfortunately, I can't go into the water with the camera, and I can't leave it on the beach because, you know, it's Mexico. Actually, one of the people at the hostel made the mistake of leaving his wallet and his cell phone on the beach while he went in for a swim, and of course somebody snatched it. So Sayulita used to be this very, very tight-knit community, you know, very much centered around like surfing and like the tropical life. But now it's changing, so you know, you shouldn't be really doing things like that. This and Playa Carricitos are some of the best beaches to see the sunset here on the Pacific Ocean. So it's going to be one of the most unobstructed views, much better than the one you can get from the actual beach in town. So if you want to really experience what a Mexican sunset looks like, this is the spot to do it. All right, let's see if we can get to Playa Carricitos, which should be right over that hill, which I am not looking forward to in this heat. And as usual, our adventures in wildly inadequate footwear continue. We just do not learn at all. God, why do I always do this in flip-flops? Okay, so I've been talking with some of the people who've been spending time around here. It turns out that Playa Carricitos is a bit more of a challenge to get to than you would otherwise imagine. Just, you know, you can get lost in these like jungle roads, and you have to apparently find a path through like a wall or something like that. So let's see how this goes. I do have to say though, this is just absolutely amazing, stunning nature. I mean, just look at all of this. Just a real sea of green. Just really reminds me of the Lagadon jungle in southern Mexico, in Chiapas, where we got to spend a lot of time. I have a documentary about it on my channel. Be sure to check that out. Don't click out of this video though. But just like palm trees and ceiba trees, like all kinds of beautiful trees here. Just really feels very exotic and lush. Very strange birds. What ghostly bird calls? So this adventure ends in one of three ways. Number one, I get swarmed by monkeys and I have to fight my way out of it. Number two, I get eaten alive by mosquitoes, which is probable, and it might actually happen in conjunction with the other two results. And number three, we reach this beach and it is absolutely magnificent. Kind of hoping for number one though. Okay, so I've been stumbling around in the crazy tropical heat. You can see this beautiful scenery behind me. Just all of this land. Oh, and just trudging up this hill. I hope So this is the hill that the people talked about, and we're about to get there. Ah, my God, these summers, man, they're just getting so hot. Do yourself a favor, take a taxi. Swear to God, man, I just need to monetize this frigging channel. Okay, so somebody showed me some instructions to follow to get to Carricitos Beach. I want you guys to hear some of these. It's like we're on like an Easter egg hunt or like a treasure hunt or something. It's like follow the same path towards Muertos. Instead of turning right towards the beach, turn left and walk into the jungle. Take the left path and continue up until you see a house. Go left there and it'll look like there's nowhere else to go, but you'll see a path that sort of goes through a broken up piece of wall down a thin dirt path. Follow it to the end and you'll be at Carricitos. Like insane. I have no idea how I'm gonna like find this. You might as well have given me a map with an X on it. That, or you can just follow all the ATVs that are parked here and just find it. Or just find a place that says beach access. Alright, so the path ends here and appears to continue through here. I really hope I'm not just like wandering up into the jungle like in like a stupid way, which I probably am. Yep, no, this is just like a stream. This isn't a path. Oh yes, oh yes, there it is, Playa Carricitos. Another adventure in wildly inadequate footwear accomplished for la causa. There is like practically nobody on this beach. This is perfect if you want a bit of solitude. Just have like the beach to yourself, be able to like do whatever you want to do. Oh my God, this is so cool. A bit of a hike, like we said. Completely worth it. I think it's so deserted. I could probably even just leave my stuff like not too far away from me and just like go in for a swim because I desperately need to. Water is perfect temperature. It's just so clear here in the water. If I had a dive mask, I could probably see for like a long way. I don't know why, maybe because it's facing the open ocean as opposed to the other beaches which are more of these like little bays. But it's so nice and so cool, so refreshing to just be able to just step in on this sweltering day. Actually, I might step right back in. Okay, just one of the things that has to be said is that if you are going to come here for an extended period of time, bring absolutely everything that you need with you. There is nothing here. No restaurants, no peddlers, no vendors, nothing. Zilch, nada. So bring your water, bring all of your food with you, and also when you go, take your trash with you. Leave this as pristine as it is right now. So beautiful. So you have all these rocks here at the end, so maybe a bit of good snorkeling, and these beautiful views. What I imagine is the Bay of Banderas, all the way out there, behind that far point, and Puerto Vallarta further beyond, in a bit further inland. This exotic looking mountain in the back. What a jungle paradise, my friends. What a jungle paradise. This is just an amazing beach. What a beautiful, beautiful setting. It really is paradise. There can't be more than like 4 people here on the beach with me. And water's just so clean, so refreshing, unlike this like scorching Mexican day. Oh my god, you cannot miss this. You can't not come here. Thank you so much for sharing in this moment of discovery with me. Actually, today is my birthday, so I decided to come out and do what I like to do best, which is to explore and discover new places, just kind of make them mine. So thanks for watching this video. I hope that it really inspired you to wind your way up to the Nayarit Riviera here in Sayulita, and to also come out and explore some of these rugged, wild, beautiful places that are just waiting to be discovered by you. Until our next adventures, adios amigos. Keep on rambling and roving.